Well, this is it. It's manga time for the last time. As I bring you my live reaction of Bleach 686, the final chapter of Bleach. Gotta be brutally honest, I never really imagined this day would ever come. um, I mean, yeah, this is weird. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I haven't read the chapter yet, so um, yeah, but I mean, I've been with Bleach now for over 10 years, reading it on a weekly basis, reviewing it for, like, what, 4 years now? I started reviewing it on chapter 497 when the Quincy stole the Bankai. Um, yeah, and it's over. And the ending has been so far pretty disappointing and kind of rushed. And also, apparently, the big announcement is a live action movie, which really sucks. I just want to get that out. I don't have much to say about that, to be honest. I wanted it to be the anime, but it's not, and that's really crap. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, let's just get on with this live reaction slash review. I don't really know what I'm hoping for from this chapter. It's 10 years later, so everyone's gonna be like 27 now, which is weird. Um, I'm expecting shipping stuff. I said last time, Ichiruki shippers beware. It'll be interesting to see if I'm right. I just feel like that's the route Kubo will go. So let's start it up. Death and Strawberry is the title, obviously. Exactly the same title as the first chapter. Okay. Oh, colour page. Well, that's Ichigo's child. Ichigo's got a kid. What the fuck? This is gonna be one of these. This is gonna be weird. This chapter is gonna be weird. Right. Okay. Nice colours. What the hell are you doing over there? Oh, it's Hiyori. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so Ichigo, I'm assuming this is Ichigo's child, and he's at the Vizard's hideout for some reason. Okay, weird. Not really much going on. Okay, colour. Haha, look at Ichigo's hair. Okay, he looks like Ishin. That's kind of cool in a way. Right. Okay, so this is the big colour page featuring the Karakura gang 10 years later, basically. Ichigo's got short hair. His hair looks like it did when he went Hollow Shinigami form against Yhwach, but it kind of looks like Ishin's hair, which is obviously what Kubo's going for. That's kind of cool. Karen and Yuzu, Rukia obviously with the long hair, Orihime basically looks the same. Everyone else looks pretty similar actually. Tatsuki's got very short hair now. I like this though. This is a really nice colour page. This is very similar to colour pages that Kubo used to do, where he used to have characters all kind of sitting together. I like they all have an armband on, and it's blue, white, and red, and I think that's the same colour as the wristband that Ichigo's wearing on the volume cover of Volume 1. So that's interesting. Interesting as well, Ichigo's the only one wearing black. I'm assuming that's got something to do with it. I was going to say it's because he's a Shinigami, but Renji and Rukia are there, so I don't know what that's all about. I guess maybe it's just to look cool. But yeah, interesting. Okay. May these moments go on forever. Well, if only. Live action movie. Yeah. No one cares. Oh, okay, Byaki. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I guess this is going to be to do with the Yhwach cliffhanger we had last week. It's thought to be remnants of Yhwach's energy, but the Reatsu response is coming from the West 55th block. That's the final area under reconstruction that connects directly to Squad 13's barracks. Right, okay. Okay. So, okay, Soifon's shown. Soifon's hair looks really dumb. Why has she got one massive long bit? Anyway. Squad 13's captain left immediately. Yeah. It's been quite some time since Rukia and the others had any downtime. There is no need to avoid this. Oh, that's nice of Byakuya. Byakuya's changed so much, even though he should be dead. So basically what I think, if Yhwach's power is going to be in the form of the darkness, like it should be, then that is what the mysterious goo was last week, under Ukitake's grave. Okay, that's cool. Miyuri. Okay, so this is neat. So the floor is only partially built, obviously, because they're reconstructing it still. So what we have here in front of Miyuri is the last area left from the Vandenreich battle. How peculiar, I don't recall informing anyone of this incident. Oh shit, yeah, Yhwach's power is now going nuts. Okay. So there's a huge splurge of Yhwach, and the eyes are everywhere. So this is the Almighty. One thing I want to bring up, and I'm only like 10 pages in. Who the fuck is the Soul King? Maybe we'll get an answer. We better get an answer. Okay, so Rukia and Renji at Ichigo's house. Ichigo really looks like Isshin. That's kind of cool, though, to be fair. I think that's cool, but is his hair receding? That's a bit depressing, isn't it? Rukia and Renji. Renji's shirt reminds me of Dark Souls for some reason. This is very, very similar to the beginning of the Aranka arc, when Rukia used to come over to Ichigo's house a lot. Okay, there's Keigo. Tatsuki, Mizro looks like no different. So this is kind of weird. Because we had that whole bit where Shunsui came to the real world and told Ichigo's friends that Ichigo may never be able to come back, and then Ichigo's back fine. So I'm guessing that's just one of the many plot threads that's been completely dropped. Which is undeniably really disappointing. But there's so much of that's going to be happening, so I'm just going to brace myself, I think. Yeah. Karen and Yuzu, wow, okay. Karen looks totally different. Yuzu looks basically the same. I'm assuming, since Orihime hasn't showed up, that I was right, and I did call it, and Ichigo and Orihime are together. Rukia, have you been? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, so basically, no one's really talking about anything, and that's a little bit concerning, considering this is the final chapter and there's so much we don't know about yet. No one's really talking about anything. I mean, Kubo seems to be setting up some kind of gathering. WBO World Heavyweight title match. Okay, interesting. Chad's a World Heavyweight boxer. Surely Chad can just annihilate everyone. Wow, Chad looks really old. Chad looks like Isshin, but with slightly different facial features. Chad's a friggin' beast. I can't believe he wound up becoming the most famous out of all of us. Well, Kubo, that's one way of making it up to him, after basically just screwing him over for the last 10 years. So Chad is a world-famous boxer. Interesting. I mean, wouldn't Chad just annihilate everyone he came up against? That doesn't seem very fair. Sounds like he's cheating. Okay, Uryu. Where's Dr. Ishida? Okay, so I'm assuming Uryu is now the main doctor at the hospital, so where's Ryuken? He's taking an extra long lunch break up on the roof. Oh, okay, he's watching Chad's fight on his phone. That's quite a nice little moment, actually. That is, as they say, that's not very like Uryu. But that's quite cool, I like that. That's a good scene, actually. Uryu taking the time out of his busy workday to watch Chad's title match. That's cool. He was supposed to watch some TV program or something with his friends and couldn't be there. It's the next best thing. Oh yeah, that's nice. God, so much has just been totally skipped though. Fuck. There's nothing we can do about it, but whatever. Like there's no reconciliation between anyone. I mean, I'm assuming it's just still once Yhwach is dead, everything went back to normal instantly, basically. Start Orihime. Yeah, Orihime and Ichigo are together. And Kazui is their child, apparently. I mean, look, the Ichiruki fan... I mean, I'm no shipper. I don't care about shipping. It's the last chapter review, I can say what I like. I don't really care about the shipping. I never have. But I said last week that this was going to happen. And I have... Ichiruki fans are clearly going to be absolutely fucking furious about this. But let's be logical. And I know applying logic to shipping is dangerous, but let's be logical. Ichigo and Orihime is the only one that has ever had any kind of real, like, actual canon prevalence. Like, you can say what you want about the meetings and the moments between the characters, but Orihime canonically said that she loved Ichigo. And not only that, but Ichigo and Orihime had that moment in the Fullbring arc where she was always awkward in his bedroom and all that sort of thing. And then we had the moment in this arc where Chad pointed out that Ichigo thought Orihime looked pretty good and all that sort of thing. It was always going to happen. It was always going to happen, I thought. If any of them were going to happen, it was going to be this. Like I said, I'm not bothered either way, but it just makes... this makes more sense to me than Ichigo and Rukia would have done. So apparently Kazui's snooping around Hiyori's place. Kazui now has Yuzu's room, so has Yuzu moved out, maybe? Where the fuck is Isshin? So I'm guessing Ichigo... Does Ichigo own this house now? Where's Isshin? Okay. Rukia and Renji have a kid as well. Oh my god, okay, this is fucking nuts. It totally slipped my mind, but she's become a Gotei apprentice. What's a Gotei apprentice? I hope they've lost their kid. Guess she's gone. Okay, fine. Oh, right, okay, now we're getting some interesting stuff again. So Kazui has found what looks like Yhwach's power. Is it seeping through to the real world or something? Oh, shit. It's now going absolutely nuts in the Soul Society. So Yhwach's back. That's cool. Here it comes, get back. Kazui's just stuck his hand in there. What the fuck is going on? Okay, hold on. The last remnants of Yhwach's power have completely vanished. I don't get it. I don't get it. So there's a hole in the wall? That Yhwach's... So was Yhwach's power bleeding through into the real world and somehow Kazui stopped it? I don't know what happened there. Aizen! Yes! Okay, this is cool. This is what I was hoping to see. He's back in prison. That's bullshit. I mean, at least he's not dead, I guess. But I always said that Aizen was going to die. Like, the moment they took him out of prison, he was going to die because putting him back in prison would be just so shit. But he's back in prison, I guess, so... Tough break. You risked your life to try and defeat Yhwach, but to be fair, he is also the Soul Society's biggest traitor, so... Still, though, this is weird. So the final vestiges of Yhwach's power have at last disappeared. We look like we're transitioning into a flashback. Oh, shit. Okay, this is cool. This is what I wanted from 2 chapters ago. I wanted to get an immediate aftermath. Here we go. So Yhwach's split in half, and he's grabbed Ichigo's sword. The path is being closed, Ichigo. The path to a world with no fear. The present world, Soul Society, and Hueco, they were meant to become one. Life and death, twisted and fused together, they were destined to be one and the same. Interesting. But now that will likely never happen. You have yourself to thank for that, Ichigo. Sadly... Is he crying? It looks like he's crying. Sadly, because of all your efforts here, life and death will never lose their current forms, and all those who breathe will continue to pass each and every day by... living in fear of death. Wait, the fuck is going on here? This wasn't... What's Yhwach talking about? Getting rid of life and death. As far as we were ever concerned, he just wanted to destroy all the worlds. So it might have been helpful if Yhwach had actually talked about this earlier rather than just coming across as a world domination warlord. Did Yhwach have noble goals then? I don't really know. For all eternity. I mean, is interesting. No, back to Aizen again. Yhwach, you desired a world where fear would no longer be a burden. What? Since when? Where the fucking hell did that come from? But in a world without fear of death, people will never attain the hope that is to be found from casting their fears aside and persevering through them. This might have actually made more sense if this had been talked about beforehand. Because Yhwach, at least we're getting motivation for Yhwach, but this is super random. While it is true that people can continue to press forward through the simple act of... Why is Aizen being all philosophical about this shit? He doesn't care about humanity. That is why people have given that very march a unique and special name. Courage. What the fuck? Okay, so Ichigo and Rukia are arguing about Rukia's kid. Man, that's kind of cute, because they're all growing up, but, you know, it's reminiscent of old times. So now there's another dark hole in the wall? Oh shit, it's Renji and Rukia's kid, Aberrate Ichika, a Shinigami apprentice. Huh. I like how she's kind of got Renji's hair. And I'm Kurosaki Kazui. So I like how it's reminiscent of Ichigo and Rukia meeting, she coming in through the wall of his bedroom. Oh, what the fuck? I'm kind of a Shinigami too. Where did this come from? How has he just put his... He's got a Zanpakuto toe? Okay, this is weird. What? Death and Strawberry. So, okay, I don't really know what the fuck's going on. I like how Ichigo's hilt, the guard on his Zanpakuto, not Ichigo, Kazui's guard is the same as Ichigo's Bankai. And that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of Bleach. Very weird. Wait a minute, this is the last chapter. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's calm down. Let's start this shit from the beginning. Characters who are missing in action. Urahara, Yoruichi, Grimjo, Komamura. What the fuck? The series is just going to end with not knowing what happened to Urahara. Because the last thing we saw, he was face planted in the ground with blood everywhere after having been taken out by Askin. That's weird. That's a weird feeling. Urahara is such a massive character, and we just leave the series with that being his last appearance. Ishin? Ryuken? Okay. See, now, this is the kind of thing that annoys me. Because I get what Kubo's doing. He was having a nice little gathering between everyone. But we could have had a page of the Urahara shop. Just a page. Urahara, Yoruichi, all in one panel, done. They're all fucking fine. But now, I guess they're fine. I guess Nell saved them. Grimjo's off in Huecamundo doing fuck knows. Man, that's weird. That's a weird thing. But Ryuken and Ishin is weird as well. Like, what are they up to? And who's the Soul King? Aizen's in prison. Aizen's in prison. Yhwach's dead. The actual Soul King's dead. So how is Soul Society even still around? How is anything still around? You know, I'm actually genuinely surprised that Kubo took the shipping route for the final chapter. Well, I'm not really that surprised. Actually, that Kubo took the shipping route rather than explaining story threads. The chapter in a nutshell, though, in a vacuum, is actually it's quite good, actually, to be honest. It's a nice full circle ending. Kazui and Ichika meeting each other in Kazui's room, very similar to Ichigo and Rukia meeting each other in Ichigo's room. That was clearly supposed to be a little circular thing. Very weird seeing everyone all grown up. That is fucking weird, though. There's so many characters just completely missing. The Zero Squad dead, I guess, maybe. But Ichigo's still around. What the fuck? It's very weird. Very similar to the Naruto ending. Okay. Well, I mean, there's closure, at least. Characters got together. If that's the sort of thing you're interested in. It's not really what I wanted to see from the finale. But, I mean, maybe I was reaching a bit. I wanted at least Soul King answers, but we're not getting any of that. Also, the Vandenreich are just gone. Like, there should be loads of at least Soldat left. Every Sternritter is dead. That's fucking disappointing as well. Seriously thought Basby was going to get back up at some point. So basically, no one's learned anything. Because the Shinigami had this massive fucking war with the Quincy, and then in in 2 chapters, everything's back to normal. There's no Quincy. There's no Quincy left. If I was a random Quincy survivor, I would still be very pissed off with the Soul Society right now. There definitely should have been reconciliation. Soken's dream of the Quincy and the Shinigami living together would have been a much better ending. But, I mean, maybe Kubo was going to do that, but he ran out of time. I don't fucking know. Does it feel like anyone else it could sort of be setting up a sequel? The whole Kazui Ichika meeting up thing, Boruto style, I don't know. Oh, man. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, the whole Yhwach thing was weird. Did Kazui have Shinigami powers before he put his hand in the hole? Or did he just sort of take the almighty powers and they formed around him as a... I don't fucking know. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue what that was all about. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. I'm sounding like I'm shitting on the chapter, but it wasn't bad. You know, the colour pages were very nice. Everyone having kids is fine. It's the Harry Potter ending. It's all happy-go-lucky. Everyone singing and dancing, unless you're a horror, in which case you don't get shown. So, yeah, I mean, definitely interesting. Definitely a weird feeling that the series is over. I'm still desperately hoping the anime comes back at some point. But yeah, just odd. Really kind of odd ending. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. And is that a good thing? I'm kind of speechless. there wasn't an awful lot of substance in this chapter. Ichigo and Orihime are together, Renji and Rukia are together, they've both got a kid. We found out about Yhwach's motivation, but that was just fucking weird. Seriously, that was so weird. Like, that's Kubo being like, shit, I really should have given him a motivation. Now have one. It's exactly the same thing he did with Aizen, actually. After Aizen was beaten, Ichigo was like, maybe Aizen's lonely, even that was bollocks as well. So, yeah. I did appreciate getting that immediate aftermath scene, though. I guess Aizen was just fine, despite being absorbed by Yhwach. I don't know. But it is bothering me, the lack of answers for a lot of things. And just obvious world building questions, like how is Soul Society and everything else alive? The Soul King's gone. Unless they got a new one, do they just make another one or something? I don't fucking know. It would have made a lot more sense if Aizen was now the Soul King, because they could just be like, well, you're in prison and you're also the Soul King, so tough shit. But, yeah, weird. Well, I guess that's it for my last ever Bleach review, guys. Thank you so much for all the constant support you've ever given me since I started this channel, just for fun, just to talk about Bleach, really, on a weekly basis. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the reviews. I hope you've got something out of them each week. I hope they've been interesting and useful in some way. We all love Bleach. Hopefully it'll be back in some form that's not a live-action movie in 2018. But for now, this is the end of the series. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this ending. Are you disappointed by it? Or is it enough closure for you? What do you think of the shipping? What do you think of the way Yhwach ended? What do you think of Aizen being in prison? What do you think of all this sort of thing? Can I really score this chapter? I don't know. I mean, it's the end of Bleach. I should just give it a 5 because I fucking love Bleach, but at the same time, the chapter, there's so much we don't know, and it's so weird to leave the series not knowing what happened to half these characters. And it's just annoying because I know I couldn't write it better than Kubo. Sure as hell couldn't draw it better than Kubo, but like Komamura, it's just one scene when Iba shows up, the Komamura's like on the floor or something. He'd still be a dog, I don't care. As long as we see him, but as far as we know, half of these characters are still missing, and that's really weird. And this is different to the end of the Aranka arc, because on the end of that arc, you know, they can make a reappearance. Now they can't. The series has ended with Urahara never showing up again. I know I keep mentioning Urahara, but he's a major fucking character, and he's never going to show up again. So, as far as I'm aware, he's still unconscious on the floor in a pool of blood in the Vandenreich, in the Varvel, and no one's helping him. So, what about the Varvel? Is it still there? I don't know. Poor Kubo. I mean, he clearly got rushed at the end of the day. But at the same time, he had pacing issues. Always had pacing issues. But yeah. No, it's a sad day. Yeah, it's weird. Definitely weird that it won't be manga time again. Although I will keep doing videos on this channel. I've got a lot of like top 10s planned, that sort of thing. I'm going to do things like top 10 characters who were treated the best in this arc, top 10 characters who were treated the worst in this arc. That's going to be a fun one. You know, top 10 moments of the arc, top 10 things we should have seen, or just loads of stuff like that. It's going to keep coming out. And hopefully they do more Bleach in the future. But yeah, like I said, guys, thank you so much for everything over the last 4 years or something like that, all the way through uni. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy ride. Some disappointments along the way, plenty of ups though, plenty of ups. We can be as mad as we want with some of the way things have gone down, but at the end of the day, Kubo gave us this fucking series that everyone loved, we all love so much. And yeah, it all ended happily for everyone who actually showed up. So, but I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments below if I really missed anything. I may do some kind of follow-up video if there's more to talk about, but yeah, please subscribe, because there is more stuff coming. If you haven't already, leave a comment, like the video, and, well, for the last time with Bleach reviews, goodbye.